Hello, this is Kristen Atkins here with Impressing Minds, and I have just been wanting to do a little video update. I haven't been on very much lately because I've been so focused and overwhelmed on my own family. I've been having some issues with a child that I had adopted, and I had also I had some problems with him. I don't know. I knew that he had some problems, and we adopted him anyway. Of course, so we adopted him. And I poured my life, I feel like, into this child. And over the years, I never really felt a lot of progress as the person who saw him all the time, every day in and day out. He had ADHD. He would never do what I asked. Eventually, of course, he was diagnosed with ODD and all kinds of different things. But anyway, so long story short, I'm not going to get into a lot of everything that has happened, but he's been in residential treatment because actually he was diagnosed with RAD, which is Reactive Attachment Disorder. And not many people know what reactive attachment disorder is, and if they do, they may think, well, that's just an excuse to, I don't know, it's an excuse to say it's just something isn't right. I don't know what people may think when you hear that. It means that he hasn't attached. So he would view me as the next person down the street. He could live just as happily here with us as he could with some strangers. Anything I say, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have clout. I could say, the sky is so blue today. It's so beautiful. He'd say, no, look, there's a cloud over there. And he would be like 6 years old and just constantly wanting to argue. This would take a toll every day, day in, day out. When he was really little, I thought I would stay home instead of working outside the home. So, of course, we get an adoption subsidy. That's no, secret. So we did get an adoption subsidy. And once we got that, I decided I would stay home, take care of him and his sister, and I would dedicate even more time to trying to provide consistency and love and training and a new way of life for him. And I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know this existed, actually. I didn't even know what to look for. So I guess eventually I read it somewhere, or I don't know how I discovered it. I really don't know. I remember reading a story called Rescuing Julia twice or something like that, to that effect, Rescuing Julia. I had read lots and lots and lots of adoption books. Maybe I just skimmed over it. I don't know. But I never deep down investigated and studied the signs and symptoms until I felt like maybe it was too late. If I had known at 3 years old that the problem was not ADHD, the problem was not just an oppositional defiant disorder, that there was something deeply rooted, a trauma deep down that no matter what I did was going to be there. Maybe I could have done something differently. All I know is he was ADHD. I knew ADHD. I was a teacher. I knew it was ADHD. So we got him an evaluation. We did all the testing. He had a really great IQ. It was just, wow, this kid, this is good. In a year or so, he'll be amazing. He'll be wonderful. It'll be all over. but it never stopped. No matter what I did, no matter how much time I spent with him, no matter how much resources we exhausted, I was tired. I was constantly having to watch him, monitor him. He had to be looked at 24/7. In fact, he would be 6, 7 years old, and I would send him to camp, like a day camp nearby, and he would come home and be like, I had to get a special counselor. And in preschool, we got kicked out of preschool even after they hired an aide for the room. And they've never had an aide before at that preschool in that room, because it was a small private school where I actually taught. And so I taught there, and they were like, well, it's really, really too much to handle. And of course, I just thought it was ADHD. We got him some medicine. He calmed down. He did calm down. The medicine helped him focus and calm himself down. However, that deeply rooted problem where it was never good enough to be with us. He was always interested in, like, you could go to the park, he would go up to a stranger that had a can of pop or a candy bar or a hot dog, anything, and ask for something to drink. Can I have something to drink? I haven't had anything all day long. And then they would like try to find me. And of course, I'm standing over there watching him, completely embarrassed, and saying, Jack, you did eat today. Come back over. Come back to me. If you're hungry, I'll get you something. He would pick up gum that he would find on the floor at the park or at the school, eat it. Just a bunch of different things. Oh my goodness. It's just been so hard when he was little. Anyway, he grew up, long story short, just has not grown out of any of these things. In fact, it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. And when puberty hit, it got really bad. And so we sought outside help and had to put him in like a boarding school type setting. And so I've been dealing with a lot of those issues. Reactive attachment disorder is no joke. And I think that people who adopt don't know the signs and symptoms. And if they do know them, like maybe you're told about them, but you don't know what you can do about them, what can help. And then you need some support as the mom, because most likely it's usually the mom that takes the brunt force of the rejection. And so if you don't have that support, which I don't feel like I did, I could had, but no one understood it, because no one understands, oh, well, you just love him. Why are you so hard on him? Well, just let him have whatever he wants. Poor little thing. He's adopted. You know, I was like, no. No. You don't know the kid that I know at home. You know, it's not the same kid. He's rejecting of me. He rejects me. He rejects everything I do for him, almost. And so we're dealing with that. He's in residential care, and we're dealing with that and trying to get that to an end, maybe, or a closing spot. Somehow get him to where he can function in society successfully. That's going to be difficult. So that's why I want to just come on here live. I didn't want to have to do any editing or anything like that, and let you know kind of what's going on and what I'm dealing with, and still dealing with fostering and adopting. And so I'm gaining some wisdom right now in this process. And I hope that through my trial and tribulation, one day I can help. And I know that one day I will be able to help some other people with this this situation that you may be in, or that you are going to find yourself in a few years. And you're going to need some support and encouragement, and I'm going to have it for you, because I'm going to be on the other side at that point. All right, so I will talk to you later. Thank you for watching to the end if you're still here. Please like and subscribe for updates. Bye.